Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. My name is Mawanda Edmond, UTC leader. Today, we are going to talk about how we can create interactive engineering lessons using H5P Image Hotspots in Moodle Learning Management Systems for Tvet training. Before we proceed, let's first imagine, what if this static building diagram could turn into something that a learner can click on any of the components to explore and understand each of the components interactively? That would be fun, right? So, as institutions embrace digital learning, H5P Image Hotspots provide us with a powerful tool to transform traditional diagrams into engaging activities. Learners are able to click on any part of the building or any part of the diagram that you have, and then they are able to access more information, which could be in text, in image, video, or audio. So by the end of this lesson, you will be able to create an H5P image hotspot activity in Moodle, be able to add interactive hotspots to any engineering diagram, embed text, image, and videos in your images, and be able to design competence-based learning experiences. So whether you teach building construction, ICT, business-related course, or electrical installation, these skills will help you deliver more effective lessons. So let us get started. So to begin, log into your Moodle account and make sure you're a teacher or an admin. So I have my course building construction here, and make sure the edit mode is turned on. Create our activity. Come to add activity H5P because I need an interactive one. Then this is going to be building components. Building components. So we shall create an activity. We come to any section. For example, here I have a competence area called construction. So I want to create an activity there. I choose that. Then H5P, I add the name building component identification. So this is the name of the task. And then the description, I'll say, I copy this from somewhere. I'll say click on each hotspot to learn more about the building components. So this is what the learner will be able to see. So after that, now I am assuming I'm starting from scratch. So I'll use a content bank. So when you click there, it opens in another window. We come to add. All these are different content types, but our interest is the image hotspot. Okay, so I click that. The title I'll give it components of building. Then I upload my image that I want to use. So if you're in engineering, electrical, you upload an appropriate image. Most of these settings, we leave them the way they are. Maybe I can change the color into that. Okay, and so I have my image here, and I can now create my hotspots. So I'll begin with the different parts of this building. Let me begin with the foundation. Okay, so I'll click that, and then I choose the content type. So this is what the learner will see after clicking that part of the building. So I'll choose content. Now foundation, civil, how do you describe this? Let me see, foundation. I have my literature here. I'll say foundation. Foundation is the lowest part of a building structure. Its functions are these, the common types. I supply all the other information I want. Okay, so that one is done. Now, if we save right now, okay, this is how it is building. Okay, so the learner will click here and then be able to see this. Now, let's edit and we add on other parts. So I'll add hotspot. This time I want to add on maybe the DPC. Okay, the DPC, hope it's that one. Okay, then the content type, I'll choose maybe text. Okay, then I provide some description about the DPC. Okay, so a damp-proof course prevents groundwater, etc. Then I also want to show a very illustrative image. So I'll add another content type. This type, I'm adding an image. So I'll select any image of the DPC. I have it here. Okay, and I can supply the alternative text here, DPC. Okay, so I can add on another type. If maybe I wanted to add a video, I could do that, but for now I'm stopping there. And then so the next part is going to be the wall. So I put my hotspot there, the type text, and then I put some description of the wall. The wall divides spaces and may support structural loads, the different types, and so on. Then the last one is going to be the beam. Okay, so the beam, I will put text. I'll click. This is the beam, right? Okay, so I'll click that, and then the content type will be text, but I also want to include some video here. So I'll choose content, video. Since I don't have any video here, I'll quickly run to YouTube, and then I get some video about maybe beam, is it beam construction? Okay, beam construction. Let me just look for some video about that. Ground beam. Okay, this one I think is okay. Okay. Okay, so I'll just copy the URL of this, and then I come and insert it there. Okay, so I can go and add the other types, but let us stop at these. We've created about 4 hotspots. Now, if we come back to we can now download this. Okay, so it will be saved as a .h5p file. Now, if I come back to my activity course, now the file that I'm going to add is the one I've just created. So I'll click add file, and then I'll choose it from my content bank. So any file you create will come under the content bank. So mine is this, and I select that file. Okay, let me save and I display. Okay, so if the learner is attempting this activity, they will come to the activity, click, and then the instruction, you remember the description we put is here. Click on each hotspot to learn about the building components. So if I clicked this, this is the beam. It reinforces placement, beam casting, beam load transfer, and the learner can get more information by watching the video you've attached. If we click this image hotspot, the learner gets the corresponding information. And I hope by doing this, the learner will keep engaged and motivated to learn more. So in this tutorial, therefore, we've explored how H5P image hotspots in Moodle can be used to create engaging and interactive learning experiences for Tvet learners. We've used a simple residential house diagram and demonstrated how a learner can transform this image into an interactive learning resource by adding different hotspots that provide text, video, and different other types of content. So by integrating image hotspots into Moodle courses, our Tvet trainers can enhance their engagement and participation, as well as simplify the teaching of complex engineering concepts. Therefore, as Tvet institutions continue to embrace digital learning technology, these tools, such as H5P, provide effective ways of creating rich content, which is learner-centered, and content that bridges the gap between theory and practice. Thank you for watching, and if you found this tutorial very helpful, kindly subscribe to this channel for more guides on how we can use Moodle Learning Management System, H5P, and other technologies for Tvet and engineering education. Thank you so much.